Hey, Dre.
What's up, Jynxx?
What's poppin'? Hi, y'all.
What's up, folks?
We are so excited to be. I'm super excited.
Well,
I am on 180 today, so y'all gonna have to excuse me.
I think she did crack before we got on set.
I promise you, no.
I would try crack.
Natural. You would try crack. You should try crack to keep up with me.
But I mean, you think I'm joking. I would try just a little tiny bit of crack just to see. I don't believe that, like, you do it and you're going to be like, oh, shit, I'm fucked up. I need crack for the rest of my life.
In no way, shape, or forms are the views of Dre the views of the show.
Right. I'm not going to try crack, though, but I would put it like that. I would actually smoke heroin.
We gonna pivot right quick.
Okay,
This is not the
This
conversation.
is literally not the show.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Good Negroes podcast.
Welcome to the Good Negroes.
Season 2, where some of us are better Negroes than others.
I'm pretty good.
You're tripping.
Most of the time, yeah.
Tripping.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been going on?
Man, nothing much. It's just
You
been a
miss
good
me?
week. I do.
It's been a week.
It's been a full week. And you got a robe on today, so that's
It's
nice.
a throw.
that's what they're called? Okay.
It's a throw.
Nice. It looks nice.
I just be throwing, hey, I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah.
a little fancy.
I got on my 72 Freckles shirt.
Shout out to 72 Freckles.
Ugh.
I have my shirt in the back.
Okay,
I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to get your opinion on something.
Yeah,
And I figured we might as well share with the world.
of course.
I was on Instagram.
Which is where all good
Source
news
of
sources are. Mhm. Understood. Yes.
Literally, I just needed to say that just with an asterisk on
Yeah.
it. And I was following, and I follow somebody by the name of The Conscious Lee, right? And so there was a post that came up that I thought was really, really, really interesting. And it segued into so many things, and it led me like down a little itty bitty rabbit hole.
Which is great for the internet. Yep.
Yeah, and that's how you be like, I thought I was gonna get work done, and here it was 3 hours later.
Right. And then
Still
you're
on
like,
Instagram.
oh my God, I need to eat vegetarian ham. And like it started off with like some intellectual post about vaccines, right? Or sea kelp in your case.
Sea kelp, and now you're a whole vegan
Right.
in 3 hours. I wish it were that easy.
Impasa
Okay.
ham.
So anyway, so what he was talking about essentially was like I love how he calls white people.
Yeah.
He calls them clear people.
Why?
I don't know, but
Okay.
it took me a minute. I was like, clear who? Clear people. So he was talking about the clear people.
Mm-hmm.
And he says it was a post about sidewalk etiquette. You know how black people used to have to get out of the way of white people and clear
Right.
space for them?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so a lot of us really still have that in us in some way, shape, or form. A lot of black people still kind of do that and are just always very apologetic about themselves, right?
Right.
Too much so.
No, I get it. That just happened at Publix.
Tell me.
Yeah, I was walking. Now, the only reason I'll get to the side is because I like to follow driving rules. So I'm on the right, you're on the left. But like white people try to cut in front of you because it's a shorter distance. And I'll be like, bro, are you a European? Like, are you British? Are you coming down the other side? Like, this is the side you should
But
be
I mean,
on.
we're totally not in cars, so how do you follow driving
I
rules and
just
expect
follow
other
it all-
people to do
I
that
think
too,
people
though?
should. No, I'm fucked up because I do it at the mall. Like at Lenox Mall, I'd be mad
You got your
that
own
people are
lane?
walking towards me. And I'd be like, why
You're on the wrong side of the road. Move over.
I swear to God, this is why I shop on Amazon. So white people etiquette, walking
Yeah,
down
and so
the
he was.
sidewalk.
It was this whole challenge about how like to hold your own space for 24, 48 hours, right? But so he went down. Yeah. Stop apologizing for et cetera. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So the point of it is he went down this little explanation trail that he always does, and he pulled up some other contributor who said that they'd measured brain chemistry, okay? When you have an inanimate object, your brain responds in a certain kind of way, and they
Right.
measured it with the EEGs, I believe, right? To see if it lightens your, how your brain reacts, and it's like, it was kind of dull for the object.
Right,
And then for people, your brain is supposed to light up more.
right.
They show that for white people, when they saw other white people, their brain lit up the way that it was supposed to. When they came to other people,
Right.
people that were non-white, their brains lit up dimly, equivalent to how the brain would light up if you were like dealing with an object.
I totally get that.
So essentially, they see us not as human beings, but more so as objects,
Makes total sense
which
to me.
explains so much,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of those things is just straight up real, right? Like if you look at even this thing going on with Haiti, and by the time this comes out, this is going to be weeks old, but the Haitians will still be there. The Haitian people that are migrants down in Texas, and they're being treated like
Objects, non-human.
I mean, to like roll up on somebody on a horse with reins, you don't respect them. Or even look at how white people like to police black bodies, and I mean in simple ways, right? Like you could be getting out your car and someone's like, "Hey man, why'd you get out your car like that? You're too close to," like.
Now here's the thing: there's some white people that do it to white people, right? There's just some white people that are just always like in somebody's business and just have that I need to control shit. But it does happen often. Way
It
more
happens
often.
more
with us.
often, yeah.
Absolutely.
No, my favorite thing is I like to just say, "Hey man, you like chastising adults?" I say it much meaner than that because I'm being nice.
Say it
on
with
the
your
show.
chest.
Yeah.
So how you say it?
I mean, I was playing golf one time, and you could, if you hit into another fairway, you could actually pick, because it was so tight, you could pick your ball up and take it back to your fairway. But I was playing the real rules where you just hit it back. And this dude's like, "Man, you can take it back to your fairway." I was like, "Man, I'm playing the real rules. You used to chastise them adults." His son was like, "Dad, come on." Because, I mean.
Now you're the angry black man, though, right?
I don't even care. Like, even in my, and on that other point, like the guy was saying, we get used to being apologetic. I've stopped saying hi to people in my building. I know it seems fucked
That's
up.
how you fight racism.
Yeah.
That's your
yeah.
contribution to the
'Cause,
black
like,
race.
I have no responsibility to be nice to you.
That is true.
I have no responsibility
true.
to make you feel comfortable.
That, yes.
And so when I walk through the halls, because it happened a couple times, I'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" And they would just be like. So I was like, oh, "Okay."
That's
here we
really the
go.
part when you start seeing people's
I look
reaction to
mean
your
walking through
niceness.
I know
yeah.
I'm the mean dude. Put it like this: they get out of my way.
But so here's the funny thing. As I was going down, not funny. Here's to segue off of that, right?
Yeah.
As I was going down the rabbit hole, they'd done similar studies between the sexes. And they had shown, it's going to be something for the IG models and Instagram girls and stuff. They had literally shown that men, when they're objectifying women, their brain lights up differently too, right? So a woman that is dressed in a bikini or scantily clad.
Oh, sorry.
She becomes, I thought about coming out in a potato sack today. She becomes objectified, and the brain lights up to where she's looked at as an object and dehumanized based off of the visuals.
So this is where I'm going to depart from that, right? Because this is where I just don't think we know enough about brain chemistry, and neither of us are neurologists. But
How you know my background?
Well, because you do branding and stuff like that. But neurology pays so much money. I'm sure I would know, but
I just like to keep
that's
a low
what I think we
profile.
don't know about the brain, because men just like women. Like there's something natural. Today there was a woman, I'm driving down the street. She looked all right. She had body, and I literally went like that when I saw her.
Did you?
I was like, I hope she didn't hear that.
I don't. Is that? It was. Yeah. What?
Like, oof. Yeah, it was just something guttural, and
feel like
it was.
you got
and I said,
constipation.
I'm just like, well, that's kind of, you got to hold it in and thrust. But I was feeling. I felt something. I mean, I felt a little sexual charge for a second, and I think that's. So if that's how we see objects or prey, I don't think I'm seeing that like I see a pin, right? Like I don't think, ooh, I'm obligated. I have the right to go grab that object.
And that might be you, but there are people that really do help themselves, and just that's objectification, right? You see that thing as something other than an equal or nothing that you relate to, an object, and then you go and help yourself to whatever the fuck you want.
That is
there
true.
are people that do that. There are cases around.
Are you still getting like your ass rubbed in clubs? Do people do that?
Me?
Yeah.
Specifically?
Yeah.
Was that ever a thing for me?
Women tell me about that all the time. I'm
Oh.
always still shocked. Like, that still happens? And they're like, yeah.
I don't go to clubs. I don't frequent clubs, to be honest. And the last time I think I went out, it wasn't, you know what I find awful is when you're walking by and somebody want to put their hands on you and try to grab you.
Same kind of thing.
I'd be like, if you don't get your...
Right. Well, I stopped doing it when a dude grabbed me at House at the Park. Yeah.
Grabbed you in a...
So I'm just walking to get, I was literally actually about to get a hot dog, which sounds really crazy in this. So I was going to get some food.
He was going to give you a hot dog.
I'm going to get some food, and all of a sudden I felt this.
Oh, like that
I felt
man
a grab
grip.
like that, yeah.
You
And
knew
so
that wasn't no
I turned
woman.
around, and I think the look on my face was so angry that the dude, he was like, And then he let me go. I gave him my phone number. No. He let me go. But at that moment again, I was like, I'll never grab or touch a woman, even because I don't have the janky ones, but I felt just like a woman. And I was like, that's how they must feel. And I can't even imagine somebody bigger and stronger than you. Like I got enough size that you got to be a pretty big person to have me intimidated, or just for me to be a little slightly intimidated or concerned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to be at least 300 pounds. You under that, and we're going to tango. Okay? Maybe even 300 pounds. Letting y'all niggas out here know. You know what I'm saying? Don't come up here. So I get it. But I still don't think when men see sexy women or women's bodies.
The brain tells the story. How you going to argue with the EEG?
Just because this
the
is
ecto, what is it called?
So there's a great book called The Short History of Nearly Everything. And the biggest thing about the book shows you that there's all these concepts that we don't really know as much about as we think we do. Something like the Big Bang. If you knew the real story of the Big Bang, the whole thing happens in like 8 minutes.
Science.
The whole universe.
Yeah.
Does that really, you really believe that?
That's science, though.
8 minutes, the whole universe was created. I mean, there would be talk like even Darwin, some of his theories, we've extrapolated way more.
Oh yeah, Darwinism they say
out.
isn't even real survival of the fittest. They've discounted that entirely. Did you read that? Did you know about that?
Well, I didn't know. I knew all Darwin basically said is animals will adapt to their environment for food.
That is not untrue though, because we've seen that. Did we not talk about this, or did I not bring that up to you about the birds or fish? It was a bird I think that was adapting.
Okay.
It was something in our wildlife that was adapting to, I think, the scarcity. I think the birds were maybe growing longer beaks because the scarcity of the food or something like that.
I think that's true science. My point is all that survival of the fittest with humans type stuff. We're not birds.
Yes, and what they say with humans, we actually get further by adapting.
Yeah, I mean, that's because we're amazing.
I mean, did I say adapting? That's what I meant to say.
By what?
We actually get further through collaboration.
Correct.
Yes.
So I read that. Yeah. No, I read there's an awesome book everybody should read called Sapiens, and that's literally what they explain.
I heard about that.
Yeah, Sapiens is one of the greatest books ever. Everybody should read it. The second book called Homo Deus, Man is God, is excellent. But Sapiens just explains that basically humans are where we are because we work in groups better. And once you get into a group of about 10 people, you almost need structure and management.
A system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 10 people. Shoot, I'm there with 5.
But like we work well in groups of 100 in the United States. And look at the Army. Like it couldn't exist without all those rules and structure. Your company couldn't do it. Mine couldn't do it if everyone was equal. Right?
And
or just the strongest person always won. Or the smartest person.
It's called a dictatorship. The
and
strongest person always
actually,
winning.
And think about it. Most dictatorships actually fucking suck. I can't think of any dictatorship that's been great.
Have you ever been under one?
I mean, I just look at it from the outside.
I feel like there's a relationship story coming.
No, yeah.
No.
I said that when I was a kid.
What psycho killer wolf bitch?
Well, didn't work. See, I'm here. Kung Fu Killer Wolf
bitch. She was a kung fu. It's a kung fu fighting.
I would sing it too, but I don't know the words. It's just that simple.
I know all the words, and that's a problem because every conversation triggers a different song. And I can.
No, I actually even hate it. I'll be out on dates, and like the women start singing a song, and I'll be like, "Is that a song?" And they're like, "Dude, that was 112." They'll be like, "That was total." I'll be like, "Oh, I should know that." So yeah. So any other internet rabbit hole?
No, that was it.
Okay, all right.
That was it.
Well, I think this is a good show.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So serious. Why so serious?
Was it? Chum? Was it serious though?
I think so.
Yeah.
Except the part where you gave your man to a guy when you were looking for a hot dog.
Yeah, we should. Hopefully, the hot dog part gets edited out.
All right.
There you go. Well, hey, there's another episode of the Good Negroes, folks.
Click the link in the link in the bio. Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
And subscribe, por favor. All right.
Okay, now you're appropriating.
Because I speak more than one language.
Well, that wasn't good Spanish.
Bitteschön. Who understands bitteschön? Like
That sounds like something you pee in. A bidition. Like I feel like if you were like, hey man, go to.
That's a bidet.
If I was like, I have to pee, and you were like, man, go to the bidition. I would. That's what that sounds like.
Dre, we are no longer friends, okay?
What does bidition mean in German?
Bitteschön. There's
Bidischön.
no a bidition. Bitteschön.
Bidition.
Danke.
Danke.
Bitteschön.
Bidition.
Dankeschön. Bitteschön.
Dankeschön. It literally, like I have to use the bathroom now. So
You so much
we're
right
definitely
now.
leaving on this note.
Before you pee yourself
Yeah,
again.
before I pee. Okay. All right.
Bye, y'all.
Good Negroes. Ugh. 72 freckles, nigga. Get you one of these. What?
Oh, wait. Make me.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, I just want to. Okay, gives you all the. Do you have any water by chance? Can I bother you for some water? Because I'm thirsty. I feel like I got a cotton mouth full of cotton.
So white stuff in your mouth? There you go. It's in the Badiskin. The Badishkin.